It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature Pittsburgh.
Live from Orlando, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Magic at Amway Center. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Right now, they're fighting for some breathing space in the Eastern Conference. Still in the top 8, but by no means safe.
You know, right now for Pittsburgh, they look ready to make all their fans forget about last season's horrible showing. They've already picked up some impressive victories.
Let's check out Pittsburgh's starting lineup. Patrick Beverley out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Batum. Then there's Howard. And it's Aldridge in at the 4. Always a big factor, home court advantage, Brent, in the playoffs. But lately we're seeing some teams opt for rest and health and say, well, you know, we're going to play where we're going to play.
You always feel, though, Kevin, that conversation happens with teams that have had recent success.
Yes, it seems that way.
It seems like it's veteran teams that the last couple of seasons have gone deep into the playoffs, championship or Western or Eastern Conference finals, that the coach relies on that experience and doesn't worry that the change of venue is going to impact the quality of play that they're going to bring to the table. They think that we'll carry that through. So be healthy. Don't worry about where we're playing.
Beal from long range knocks down the 3 ball. Beal's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Pass to Bellinelli. To the paint. Here's Parsons. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Now here's Beverley. Inside. Here's Aldridge. Rubio with the rebound. And it's Orlando's ball.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
Yeah, it just looked like, and I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but just never comfortable in this game. And the line certainly is one of those places where that could show up.
Now here's Bellinelli. There's the pass to Zubac. To the paint. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Love when Nowitzki finishes with the dunk, showing some outstanding lift on that one.
You know what, Greg? There may not be a more likable superstar in the NBA than Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, everyone loves Nowitzki.
And a large part of that is just Dirk plays the game with a smile on his face, it seems, at all times. His play style is one that is hard to root against, having so much skill in the body of a 7-footer. And it's one thing to be respected by everybody. It's another to be loved by everyone in that regard. And Dirk's, he's one of a kind.
4 on the clock. Batum passes to Aldridge. And it's blocked. Now Parsons. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
And so Beverley will bring it up for Pittsburgh. Trailing by 2. Pass to Beal. And 1:01 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Aldridge. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Not many, if any, bigs in the league have a more proficient mid-range game. Aldridge with the soft touch there.
Now here's Rubio. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Nowitzki finds Zubac. Kicks it out to Rubio. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. For Pittsburgh, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Passes to Howard. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the first. Parsons against Batum. Back to Aldridge. And stolen by Nowitzki. Rubio looking around. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
What a defender Beverly is. He is so active.
It's all tied in Orlando. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Jake Kidd sort of tried all sorts of things.
A lot goes into holding off Father Time, but Father Time, by the way, is undefeated.
Yeah, and retirement's something he's considered for a few summers now, but he's making the most of his Hall of Fame career, savoring every last minute.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way, and with that kind of success, you feel like the defense is going to make the adjustment. Then you start playing inside out.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Pittsburgh, looking at who they've got out there. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge, Patrick Beverly out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Batum, and it's Howard in at center, locking down the middle. Nowitzki, no good. Beverly against Rubio. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And Beal kicks to Howard. Here's Aldridge over Nowitzki, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The big changes in defensive rules happened right in the middle of your playing days. How did people initially react to those?
Well, a lot of guys had 3 quick fouls, Kevin, because they're out hand checking and pushing guys around. And they say, what do you mean I can't do this anymore? I get paid to push guys around. But after a little while, obviously, guys stepping off and understanding positions on the floor where you could get away with more physical play than you can out in front with point guards, obviously, and having refs' eyes on them or down on the block.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Parsons against Batum. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons.
Good decision to kick the ball out as the defense collapsed.
Outside, Beal. He feeds it to Aldridge. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
Only 5 games left in the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is going to stack up out east. You look at Pittsburgh. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, Orlando, 3 spots below.
And seeing where the Magic are, they've fallen all too quickly down to that spot at the bottom of the standings. If any team needed a bright start, it was them.
Yeah, with the quality of a lot of teams they're now staring up at, it's going to be difficult for them to bounce back from this kind of start and make a huge climb up the standings.
Connects from 3-point range. Parsons got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Nowitzki with the steal. And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. The dish now to Rubio. Zubac kicks to Parsons. Back to Zubac, and stolen by Howard.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions. This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Bellinelli passes to Zubac. Back to Bellinelli. Great D that time from Beal.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
He kicks it to Beverly. Nowitzki against Aldridge. Outside, Beal lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Howard, good. And Pittsburgh leads by 1.
Yeah, not easy trying to keep Howard off the offensive boards. He excels at using his muscles and his size to get great positioning.
Here's Rubio. He got it. That is 1-5. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. And that's a wrap for our...
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been quite a game for Chandler Parsons.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Bellinelli is out there with Ricky Rubio. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Parsons in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Pass to Zubac. Bellinelli against Beal. Bellinelli finds Nowitzki. Pittsburgh pulls it in.
Were those guys back on defense? I didn't see them. Somehow someone missed an assignment. Luckily, he bricked the mid-range.
Bellinelli against Beal. Aldridge dishes to Beverly. Lets a floater go, and that one is good. Beverly's got his team on the board first here in the second half for Pittsburgh. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. It's a 1-point game. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Nowitzki's shot's good.
He's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
And Beverly kicks to Howard. Aldridge against Nowitzki, and the shot is good. And 12 points for Aldridge.
Well, part of this is on the defense. You let Aldridge get into any kind of rhythm scoring the basketball, and you deserve this kind of punishment.
Rubio against Beverly. It's Bellinelli atop the key. 5 on the clock. Kicks to Nowitzki. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Pittsburgh, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game. And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league, not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
Here's Beal. Rubio with the rebound.
Ooh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
The pass to Parsons. To the middle. Kicks it out to Rubio. The 3. He can't get it to go. So Pittsburgh will take it the other way. And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greg, he's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
against Beal. And Bellinelli kicks to Zubats. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Pass to Rubio. Here's Nowitzki. Pittsburgh pulls it in.
This is a quarter that he would love to forget as soon as possible. Not getting anything to go.
Outside Aldridge. Passes it to Beverly. Shoots over Rubio. For the lead. Howard, good. Howard's got his second basket of the night.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Pittsburgh leads by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Pittsburgh, looking at who they've got out there. Batum is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And there's Bradley Beal. And it's Howard in at the 5 spot.
Yeah, easy call.
And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe.
Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
Beverly against Rubio. And Beverly kicks to Beal. Aldridge left side. And Zubats picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Aldridge. And it's Beal in the corner. No good with the triple. Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Rubio misses.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Beal, the pass to Howard. Beverly dishes to Batum. He kicks to Howard. Pass to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Pittsburgh needs to get off a shot here. And he comes up with the deuce. 14 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Parsons against Batum. Parsons looking it over. That shot no good. Great tee that time from Batum. Outside Beal. Kicks to Aldridge. Over Nowitzki. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, so smooth in everything he does. Aldridge with the little up fake, and the defender overcommits. He takes advantage.
Both shots good from the stripe.
A good guy to have on the free throw line when the score is close, and he takes care of business as usual.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Beverly against Rubio. This one for 3. Pittsburgh pulls it in. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the inside. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Now, and Dwight Howard is used to being the go-to guy earlier on in his career in Orlando for sure, but a remarkable time for him to come up big.
On the wing, Bellinelli. Back to Rubio. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Batum finds Howard. Back to Beverly. Jacks up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And now it's an 8-point Pittsburgh lead.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Beal with the steal. In transition, here comes Pittsburgh. Beal's running. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Parsons with it. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Misses, and the dry spell continues. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Feeds to Aldridge. That's tipped. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Rubio. The Magic again can't hit.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Howard kicks to Beal. Now here's Batum. 4 on the clock. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have...
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.